He said, I've spent $1 million on my health in the last 10 years. Not hard to do in America. He came to us, he was a little overweight and he was in a wheelchair. You see, recently the doctors had cut out some lymph nodes in his groin to try and find out why he had diabetes. I don't understand that. But because he'd flown to us, his legs were all swollen. He was in a wheelchair. He just spent a lot of money on expensive bandages. He was on medication for blood pressure. He was on medication for diabetes, 90 units of insulin a day, short and long acting. He was on cholesterol lowering medication. He was on blood thinning medication. So when he came to us, he said, anything you say, I will do. So I said, you won't need the bandages. And I got him to walk barefoot on the grass every morning, wonderful exercise for the feet. I got him to get on the rebounder for 1 minute every hour. It's the best lymphatic cleanser and mover, and that swollen legs were lymphatic fluid. He started to eat a very low carbohydrate diet. So what did he eat? Number 5 and 6. He ate high fibre. Where's your high fibre? All your plant foods are very high in fibre, particularly the vegetables. Generous amounts of protein. So every meal he had some legumes, he had some nuts, and he had some seeds. And he had healthy fats. What are healthy fats? They're fats as they came from the hand of the Creator. So there's your nuts and your seeds, and the 2 oils that are extracted from the flesh of the plant is your olive oil and your coconut oil. They're concentrated foods. You don't need much. Had a little bit with his meal. And basically all the food he was eating was low GI foods. So instead of potato, he'd have sweet potato. Instead of banana, he'd have cherries, grapefruit. He was very excited because he didn't use his bandages all week. He was starting to walk more and more. He was with us for 2 weeks. At the end of the 2 weeks, he was on 10 units of insulin instead of 90. Just incredible. He emailed me 3 months later. He said, I'm off all my medication. All. He'd been diagnosed type 1 diabetes. He said, I'm off all my medication. He said, I'm eating a very low carbohydrate diet. He said, I eat a little. I'll have a little rice. I'll have a little millet. I have legumes every day. He said, I have breakfast like a king, lunch like a queen, and I don't eat at night. Did you hear that? He's a diabetic and he's eating 2 meals a day. And what do they tell you to eat? You'll see tomorrow night that the stomach likes to eat and then have a break. It doesn't like to eat all day long. He said, I am swimming 30 laps a day, 62. He said, I am cycling 6 miles a day, and I rebound for about 3 times, for a few minutes, 3 times a day. I'm drinking 2 litres of water a day. He said, my doctors are astonished. Spent $1 million in the last 10 years. Incredible. He conquered his high blood pressure. He conquered his diabetes. Just with these simple lifestyle changes. What an amazing body we live in. It can heal us if we give it the right conditions. So at 3 months, when he'd emailed me, he said, I've lost 20 kilos in weight. He said, it's like I'm not even on a diet. He said, I'm eating so well, I'm never hungry. As you'll see tomorrow night, these 3 foods keep the food in the stomach longer. Your fibre, your protein and your fats. I'm going to give everyone a break now.